everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Today, we are looking at vocabulary related to the countryside. Countryside, sweet countryside. So, yo nací en el campo al lado de un río. Okay, translation. Okay, ¿dónde naciste tú? ¿Dónde naciste? ¿Naciste en un pueblo, en el campo o en la gran ciudad? Lo primero, y para mí es uno de los puntos principales, y es esto. Aire limpio, aire puro. Como en el campo no se respira en ningún sitio. En la gran ciudad este aire no existe. Tanta contaminación es imposible. Así que para mí es una ventaja enorme vivir en el campo. Siguiente punto, la gente. La gente amigable. La gente en el pueblo, para mí, en mi opinión, es más cercana y amigable que en la ciudad. Porque claro, en tu pueblo todo el mundo te conoce y a lo mejor, es que no sé si es en todos los pueblos, en todo el mundo, pero desde luego en Wiltshire, aunque no conoces a una persona, saludas. Hay una sonrisa, hay un hola, ¿cómo estás hoy? Y eso para mí es muy importante porque yo soy una chica de pueblo de toda la vida. O sea, yo nací en un pueblo chiquitito en la provincia de Clarendon y para mí el pueblo lo llevo en el corazón. Así que, como la gente de pueblo, no hay nadie, lo siento. Si eres de gran ciudad, estoy diciendo que no eres buena gente. Solamente estoy diciendo que la gente de pueblo tiene algo especial, ¿vale? The next point that I feel as though is also just as important, if not more, especially when you get to a certain point of life, la tranquilidad. La tranquilidad, okay? To have that peace, okay? Calma. Es que en la ciudad vas corriendo. Y aquí es como que hay una tranquilidad, ¿no? El ritmo de vida es mucho más tranquilo. Y eso es bueno para la mente y es bueno para el cuerpo. Así que para mí es una ventaja muy grande. La naturaleza para mí es todo. Porque a mí me encanta caminar. Me gusta caminar, me gusta correr, me gusta relajar ahí por el campo. Entonces ver todo verde, escuchar a los animales, ver a todo lo que Dios ha creado, pues me llena, me da vida. Ir corriendo por las mañanas y escuchar el sonido del río, no hay nada mejor, así que tiene que estar en la lista. Yo creo que esto es importante para todos, la seguridad, ¿vale? La seguridad es muy importante. Muchas veces en los pueblos, desde luego cuando yo era pequeña, dejábamos las puertas abiertas, las ventanas abiertas y salíamos por ahí, ¿vale? Y en algunos sitios hasta hoy se hace. Okay, so there is such a sense of security that, you don't always have to lock your door, and you don't have to, because, everyone knows each other. And so because of that, there's a greater sense of security. And that I don't feel as though you can find in any big city. You leave your door open, you come back and your telly is gone. That is just a fact. Okay, so that is it. These are 5 things that I think are positives about living in the countryside. Now, we are going to see 10 words related to the countryside, okay? 10 words that you ought to know at this level in your Spanish learning journey. Come on, we're going to go over that side. Okay, this expression you ought to know. Pueblo natal. What does that sound like to you? Pueblo natal refers to your hometown. Mi pueblo natal es Bath. Mi pueblo natal es Essex. Mi pueblo natal es Kingston. Wherever it might be, that's your hometown. Okay? The word pueblo, although it means village, can also refer to the people. Okay? Pueblo no quiere los cambios que trae el turismo. So the town, the people of the town, or the townspeople, do not want the change that tourism brings. Okay? El pueblo, the people. Okay. This is one that you're going to hear absolutely everywhere. Casa de campo. Casa de campo refers to a farmhouse. So if you live on a farm, it's very likely that you will refer to your house as tu casa de campo. Okay? Casa de campo is your farmhouse. The word for granja you would have seen, I am sure, which means farm. But you might also hear a farm being referred to as finca. La finca. La finca or la granja is your farm. There you go. That is essential vocab that you will need to know. Remember, I'm always saying synonyms are your best friends. They are. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have multiple ways of expressing an idea. So there you go. I'm equipping you people. I am. Okay, let's move on. So the next one I have for you is it actually an adjective, but I feel as though it's very related because I get so completely nervous when I'm driving on a country road, especially here in Wiltshire, because the roads are, and here's your adjectives, your two adjectives, estrechas. So estrecho, ancho. Las calles aquí son muy estrechas. They're very narrow. And the opposite of narrow is amplio. Okay? Estrecho, amplio. Okay? Pero las calles aquí son muy estrechas. I don't think this is a pro, but it really does define the countryside, because down this area, sometimes you're driving and it is just impossible for two cars to drive by. One has to stop and wait for the other to pass. Okay, so las calles son muy estrechas. So that is an adjective that you will need, especially if you're describing country roads. Son muy estrechas. Okay, when I was a child, okay, this one, prado. Now you might have seen campo. Campo just refers to the countryside or fields in general, but prado refers to grassy areas. Okay, el prado, the field over there, is a grassy area, and I feel as though this is something you also need to know. Campo or prado. Good one for you. There you go. Most of my days were spent in el prado. Okay, I spent a lot of my days growing up on the fields over there, well, not over there, but in Trowbridge, on the fields, on the green grassy area, especially in summer. That's how we lived, people. That's how we lived, and it was a great childhood. It really was. Okay, a fantastic word for you, and I am not sure if a lot of these houses still exist, but definitely in Wiltshire and in Bradford-on-Avon, but more so in Trowbridge. So Trowbridge, thatched roofs. I don't know. Thatched is an adjective which just means of straw. Okay, so thatched roof just means that the roof is made of straw, and they're just so quaint. They're so quaint. How do you say this in Spanish? Tejado de paja. Tejado de paja would be thatched roof. Your next word is arroyo. Arroyo refers to a stream. Now, on one of my routes that, well, my mom takes me on these routes, and one of my favorite has un arroyo, and it's just tranquiliza muchísimo. El sonido del agua me hace algo, me da una sensación de tranquilidad, y para mí eso pues viene con el campo. Okay. Now, I've mentioned the word ruta before. Ruta? Sometimes my English just comes out. La ruta. Ruta, can't say it today. La ruta refers to a footpath. So, or just an area where you just normally go walking. A footpath, yes, especially for walking, for those lovers of walking. So, detrás de la casa hay una ruta muy agradable. Okay, so behind the house there's a very pleasant footpath. You often find walkers or hikers following that ruta. Okay, we struggle with our R's, don't we? We do. But okay, the verb is poblar. Now, poblar means to live in, to populate, or to inhabit. There you go. So you would have seen the word población, which means population. Okay, the population of this village is 5,000. La población es de 5,000 personas. Okay, de 5,000. There you go. La población más grande de España es Madrid. I don't know, I'm just guessing. That is just a sentence. There you go. I love this because we just used Madrid, so I thought I would add this expression, okay? De Madrid al cielo. De Madrid al cielo. I heard this on a series, and what it means, quite literally, if you translate word for word, you would get from Madrid to heaven. So, this is orgullo de los madrileños diciendo que Madrid es el mejor sitio para vivir y no se van de Madrid para nada. So they're going to die in Madrid because there is absolutely no way they're moving from Madrid, because it's the best place to live. Now, why have I used that example? Quite easy. For me, Wiltshire is the absolute best place to live. Why? La gente es muy amable, mi familia está aquí, tengo muchos recuerdos de mi niñez, el aire es puro y el tiempo, pues no se puede decir nada bueno del tiempo, pero es tu sitio. Es como mi pueblo en Jamaica, ¿no? Este sitio puedo describirlo de la misma manera, salvo que el tiempo de ahí es fenomenal, tiene un tiempo ideal. Hola, ¿has venido? Justo a tiempo. Dame un beso. Dile adiós a la gente. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Adiós.
Adiós.
Until next time. A jugar.